Hi there everyone, it is currently the 10th of August 2012 and out here in the Western Pacific today we have a few areas we want to talk about. First, we have the Philippines, which we are still monitoring, and I want to show you a video actually coming out of the Philippines yesterday. This was taken by videographer James Reynolds. You can just see most of this devastation, and it's actually most of these videos were shot around Quezon, where actually this is where most of the deaths have actually taken place, and deaths adding up to over 60 at this time in and around the Manila metropolitan area. Still, most of the city remains underwater. Actually had a message this morning that the president was planning on flying to some of these disaster-stricken areas and had to land an emergency landing due to the heavy rainfall that is still continuing to occur out here. So it is still remaining very dangerous out across much of the Philippines. Landslides continue to be high at risk, and then you have the fact that you still need to recover. I mean, here's an aerial video. You can just see that there still is plenty of water built up here. So going back to the satellite picture though, you can see there continues to be this monsoonal flow, but good news, in the last several frames it's starting to get smaller and smaller, mainly because Haikui up here is continuing to weaken and fall apart. That enhancement of the southwest monsoon we've been talking about is getting that much weaker. And also a little bit later on in the update we're going to talk about Invest 93W over here towards the east. That potentially could be developing. And also Kirogi. This storm has been rather surprising. It started here, was expected to go that way, and then it decided, nah, I'm going to go north. And really expected it to get picked up by an upper level trough and kind of rush off towards the northeast. It had its own decisions on what it was going to do, and now it's actually making landfall on the extreme northeastern portions of Hokkaido as a remnant low, but regardless, still bringing some high waves and winds, maybe some 3-meter high waves out across that area. But now let's go back to the Philippines, where I can say with some high confidence that the southwest monsoon is starting to ease off, but as you can see on the radar picture, still some thunderstorm activity. So don't ride me being like, hey Rob, it's still raining, because it is still rainy season out here, and we're still going to be continuing to see these thunderstorms, specifically into the afternoon to evening hours. These will really continue to fire up. Unfortunately, that's just going to compound the problem. I know that off here towards the northeast of Manila, Mesa Dam, you have been seeing nearly a meter of rainfall since about Monday going into Tuesday. Some photos just showing that dam overflowing. So that's just one of the many situations still currently occurring out here. Very dangerous indeed. Now, good news is that you should start to see some breaks in the cloud cover here. A little bit of sunshine every now and then, but always keep an umbrella handy with you if you can, and the water still have to recede. And the other problem is that you have Quezon off here towards the northeast. That's where the heaviest rainfall has been taking place and where a lot of the flooding is. Well, all that flood water is going to want to flow downstream into metropolitan Manila. So all that water's got to go somewhere. Eventually, it's going to make it out there to Manila Bay, but while it's doing so, flooding it might even increase in Manila as that water starts to flow downhill. So that's one of the other situations we have to watch here. So it's not over yet, even though the rain may be tapering down a little bit. Still, there is a complete disaster taking place out here, and I would strongly suggest I would be putting the Philippine Red Cross URL into the description below here on the website, or even on YouTube as well. Please go there and try to donate some money. And also westernpacificweather.com. Any money that we are making off of ads or donations within the past 2 weeks out until the 15th, we are also going to be donating here towards the Philippine Red Cross to try to help our friends out there in the Philippines. But let's look off here towards the east. Invest 93W starting to spin up there just towards the north of Palau. Now, I know a lot of people worried about this one. And granted, I think that that's actually a very valid concern, because if this storm does develop up here just towards the north of Palau, and it takes kind of the same track as we've seen the Guchel tank, for example, just towards the east of the Philippines, possibly develop up into a tropical low here, and then eventually tropical storm, maybe even a typhoon, possibly into the long range sometime by mid next week. You can see that once again will enhance that southwest monsoon. I know you hear that a lot, but very well possibly that's what could happen here by the latter part of the model run. This is on Tuesday going into Wednesday. You see that storm here, Bull? It's pulling all that moisture from somewhere, and it's coming out of the South China Sea, pulling it across the Philippines. It hits those mountain ranges, and once again, we could see a possible scenario yet again. I will continue to keep you updated on this as well, on if this possibly could develop. If it does, definitely could be rather devastating, further flooding there in the Philippines, but still long range out. just going to continue to watch this very closely as we go through the coming days here. But that is all for right now, everybody. Thanks again for watching here at westernpacificweather.com. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, could you please post them in the comment box below? Also, if you want to share any videos or photos of any of these areas out here in the Western Pacific that you're currently seeing your weather, not just in the Philippines, please, you can email me at westpacweather@gmail.com or post them on our Facebook page where you can follow us at Western Pacific Weather or follow me at Robert Spetta. So thanks again for watching. Please stay safe out there and have a great day.